Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 25 and another part of the Toyota My Team career mode. Today we are back with the Mexican Grand Prix. Looking at the championship at the moment, both drivers comfortably within the top 10, which is amazing. Don't think we'll get anywhere near George Russell for 7th unless something crazy happened. Likewise in the constructors, Mercedes 24 points ahead of us now. That's going to be quite difficult to turn around between now and the end of the season. Of course, we got a podium last time out at the USA. We finished 4th in Singapore. We're in decent form, and Colapinto has been a consistent point scorer all season, which is fantastic for him. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing how we get on this weekend. We're here in Mexico. Let's see how we get on. Let's get straight into qualifying.
What an atmosphere we've got. The fans have been here since dawn, and the stadium, the Faro Sol, is absolutely heaving. We're about to get set to set the grid for tomorrow's Grand Prix. It's qualifying day here in Mexico City.
Well, here we come up to the line at the start of Q1, P7. That was our 3rd lap on those soft tyres, simply because we extended the track limits too far, or exceeded track limits, I should say. And that means that, you know, we've had to set them on older tyres. 3rd sector in particular, we were feeling it a little bit, but pace seems pretty good. We should be more than through to Q2. There's just a little bit of oversteer through some of the corners, which is a little bit annoying. Didn't really have that in practice, so it could be a wind direction thing. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, good Q1. Franco Colapinto squeaking through in the end, goodness me. But going out, Bortoletto doing Hadjer, Lawson, Behrman and Lance Stroll. Well, here we come at the start of Q2. This is a brilliant lap, and up to the line we go, P3. Just 2.5 tenths of a second behind Charles Leclerc there. Very, very good. We'll settle for that. Well, there you have it then, through to Q3. Very, very good time there from us. 8 tenths quicker than Franco Colapinto. That is awesome. Not so awesome, Ocon, Russell, Alonso, Antonelli, Gasly and Hülkenberg all out. Big opportunity for us here as both Mercedes cars out of the top 10. Okay, so here we go then, up to the line on a set of scrub tyres, and that's a P6 at the moment. We will certainly settle for that. That's a nice time, a 1:15.9. Can't remember actually what we did in Q2, but that was on scrub tyres. We want to try and save a set of softs for the race, so yeah, those ended up quite worn in the end, which is very interesting, isn't it? But P7 at the moment, about a second off the pace of Max Verstappen, 0.5 of a second ahead of Franco Colapinto, but more to come, you feel, and well, potentially a front row start if we can get these tyres in the right window. Certainly gonna take all the fuel out of the car that we can and give ourselves the best possible chance. So let's take you on a lap then of this Autodromo Hermanos Ramirez, is it? Ramirez? It's a who knows us. But yeah, this is a very, very tricky lap when the car's, you know, not quite at its absolute optimal setup, because we're holding on to that rear quite a bit. We've got good straight line speed, using 50% of our ERS down this straight to get a good head start to the lap. A little bit of curb into turn 1, missed the apex of turn 2. That could cost us. We're already a couple of tenths down here as we head up towards turn 3, 4, 5 and 6. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Little touch of the ERS through here. Hit the apex there, and now you've just got to trust yourself, but there we go. We unfortunately track extend there, just a little bit too confident, and it's a shame, but I'd like to see where we would have ended up had we completed this lap, because through here in particular this extra mechanical grip would have come in very, very handy. As you can see, that delta is just coming down and down and down, and we head up to the line. It would have been a 15.2. So it's 8 on the day. Where would it have been a 15.2 had we completed the lap?
With qualifying complete,
wow, we'd have been front row. Wow.
We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Well, it does show that there's definitely some pace in the car then, and we should be in for an entertaining Sunday here in Mexico.
Back in the 60s, Mexico City would host the season-ending race, a party of motor racing. Well, we might not host the finale now, but Mexico hosts a party nonetheless. So welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexico City Grand Prix. The Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, 2.6 miles of track that allows drivers to take full advantage of their cars, reaching speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour. And providing lots of opportunities for overtaking. The circuit features 17 corners, 10 to the right, and the remaining 7 going to the left. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, and O'Sullivan, Albon, Colapinto, Ocon, and George Russell, Fernando Alonso, Antonelli, Yuki Tsunoda, and Gasly, Stroll, Behrman, Liam Lawson, and Isaac Hadjar, Bortoletto, Hülkenberg, Doohan, and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. So here we are, 2.2 kilometers up in the air, which I know is an unusual feeling for you, Mr. Davidson, but for the drivers, it's even worse.
It is. The altitude can certainly get to your head, Crofty, that's for sure. Especially when you're walking up the stairs to the commentary box. I've seen it firsthand, ladies and gentlemen, don't you worry. But this circuit, the problem with the altitude is it takes away your downforce. You have to go slower around the corners because you've got less downforce, even though you've got Monaco wing packages on your car. That's the challenge of this incredibly unique circuit.
Okay, right. Here we are down on the track then.
I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
And looking forward to seeing how we get on here. I think this is going to be an interesting race. Obviously, I think we've definitely got a decent amount of pace. We have saved a set of soft tyres, so I am going to see how an alternate strategy may well look with two mediums and a soft tyre stint. It does appear like that's going to be a pretty slow way to go, which is a shame. So I guess we go for that, don't we? You know, having a look at whether it could help us out. Low tyre wear, maximum tyre wear. So yeah, we'll only have 52% wear at that point of the race. And stint 2, you know, by the end of the race, looking like we haven't got a lot of tyres left. But I think a nice early pit stop, lap 13, would be good. Just get in, get the new tyres on, and undercut the other drivers, because we have got pace around here, so I think we've got to trust ourselves in this one and see how we get on. But we know we've got a set of softs in the bank as well if we need them for a late safety car or red flag, which could easily happen around here. And it's a long old run down to turn 1. We're getting right in behind Piastri and hammering it down the inside. That's what we want to do. Make a couple of places up at the start and see where we get to. Obviously, we've moved up a couple of positions due to penalties.
No rain expected. No rain expected for the time being.
I think is it Sonoda that's quite low down after a 10-place grid penalty. Can't remember who the other one was, but you know, we've already made up a couple of positions due to others. We would say misfortune, but I guess it's what they've chosen to do. The engine penalties. But yeah, we've got to be really careful on the corner cut in front. We did it 3 times in qualifying. And even just a little moment like that, just going outside of those lines, that is going to get you one of those warnings. We are always on strict corner cutting rules and simulation damage as well. So, you know, there's always a lot of pressure on at the start of a Grand Prix to not get any damage. And, you know, we know this is a decent opportunity to get some good points, especially with Mercedes sitting outside of the points right now. It is a great chance for us. That's okay. That's not bad.
Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
So need to avoid the grass.
As soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
But here we go. We are ready for the lights at the start of this Mexican Grand Prix. Lights out, away we go here in Mexico then. Decent start off the grid. Can we get into the slipstream? well, trying, but Hamilton's the one that's sort of gone different to everybody else, and we're going to try and hold it round the outside of turn 1. We know that will turn into the inside of turn 2. Little bit of argy-bargy there with Oscar Piastri, but we have made it through up to 5th place at the start of this race. Decent overtake there. Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton side by side as they go into turn 4, turn 5 and turn 6. Our opportunities for us where we've got a little bit more downforce side by side with Norris and Leclerc. We are through very momentarily on Charles Leclerc, but he gets back through on us, and now we need to settle into our rhythm and make sure that we do not lose DRS of these guys. Obviously, now that DRS is enabled after 1 lap, really, really important that you stay with them, because it can really affect your race if you are not in the DRS train. You're just carrying that extra drag unnecessarily. But great start to this Grand Prix.
Okay,
got ahead of
somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
ICE, wow, 55% on the ICE. That's not going to help our power, is it? But there we go. Wow, Lando Norris brake testing us there, and he gets on the curbs a little bit here, so this could be an early chance for us in this race. He seems to have more straight line speed than the Ferrari, and Leclerc staying down that inside for now. Gets on the curbs again, little bit of contact there. I think that's with Oscar Piastri, and that's not going to help our race. But these two still side by side, so tiny little bit of floor damage, and that's not going to help our race pace at all. But good news is that we are in the DRS here. Hamilton and Verstappen, they have dropped the rest of us here. Big lock up there. That is Piastri still on our inside. I think that little bit of contact could cost us dearly, you know. Just don't seem to have the same level of pace now. Using a bit of ERS to try and get there, but there goes Leclerc down the inside now of Lando Norris, which is going to leave Norris within our grasp with DRS on the run down to turn 4. DRS open, but no luck. So Verstappen leads, Hamilton second, Leclerc in third, and there you go, there's our first corner cutting warning. And that's how easy it is.
The underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon.
Just run outside the white lines. Wow, 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 wow. We can't hold it flat through there now. And that's because of the underbody damage. Just losing that downforce. And that could be crucial in this race, because now we've lost DRS to Lando Norris. And we're going to be in the clutches of Oscar Piastri here and Alex Albon.
Okay, gap to the car.
George Russell on our outside. We were saying we might be able to hold off Mercedes in this race, but they clearly had a lot more pace in the race, and well, he's going to get past us surely here. We are all out of shape. And here he comes then. This is going to be him past. It could well be Albon past as well.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Yeah, you can see our rear tyres have lit up. And there's Sonoda as well coming through. So I can only assume that Piastri has some damage from his incident with us. But it looks like Antonelli is pretty close to passing us as well. But yeah, our pace is going off a cliff here because our rear tyres are exploding in tyre temperature. Sonoda's going to be next through. There goes Sonoda. Well, I've decided to come into the pits at the end of this lap. I know it's a little bit early, but basically our tyre temps are just too high at the rear, and it is really affected our tyre wear and our ability to actually have any pace. You know, we're losing seconds a lap to the cars around us. And you know, I think it could well be caused by that floor damage, but at the end of the day, we gotta deal with that. It's a much earlier pit stop than is optimal, but I think if we look after the hard tyres and don't absolutely hammer them at the start of the stint, keep those tyre temps in check, then we should be able to make it to the end. But let's see, we're coming in now. So in we come. Disappointing to see Colapinto so low as well. He's probably not going to score any points today. But here we come.
Okay, let's go.
And that's
now.
a decent pit stop.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Coming out just behind Bortoletto. Hulkenberg's not going to quite manage it. So now, hopefully those tyre temps far better. Therefore our pace is better. We have added a lot more front wing to the car as well, to try and make up for the fact that we've lost a bit of downforce through the floor of the car. So add a bit through the front wing. I'm hoping that that will work out well for us and balance the car a little bit more. Certainly feels a lot racier at the start of these, at the stint with these tyres. Obviously we've got the red-walled soft tyres as well in the bank if we need them right at the end. So here we go then on Gabriel Bortoletto, and straight away we make a move on him. Yeah, good to see. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on tyre temps, but I'm hoping these hard tyres should be able to cope a lot better than the mediums were. Shame that we're not going to have DRS here. A little bit of VRS should help us pass.
Tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Just need to get a better exit than Lawson here, up towards turn 4. And we're going to have far better grip. There's a bit of overtake. It goes to the inside. We go at the outside. And we are through. Nicely done. Ollie Behrman and Isaac Hadjar now just ahead of us.
Make use of the overtake 2 seconds. See what you can do.
Let's see what we can do here. DRS is open. Chance on Isaac Hadjar now. Well, I don't quite know what happened there. How have we ended up with that floor damage? Was it Ollie Behrman? Did he also come to that side? I mean, it looked like we gave Hadjar plenty of space there, but yeah, I guess Hadjar avoiding action and sort of got sandwiched. But I'm hoping that it won't make a measurable difference to our pace.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.8 seconds.
But yeah, already looking like we're sliding around in the corners, so this could well be the end of the race as a contest for us. Chance on Fernando Alonso here. We go to the outside. He's on the inside. Should be an easy enough overtake, and it is. So pace doesn't seem to be affected that much. It's a huge undercut as well on the guys around us from before. So a two-stopper may well be the order of the day, you know. So here we go. That is George Russell coming out of the pit lane now. I think we're going to get past him here, although he's coming right up against us. But wow, that was close, wasn't it? But we are through. And if we can get past Sainz quite easily here, and he might hold George up just a little bit. It's pretty good. And now hopefully Sainz can really hold up George Russell through this sector here. Ah!
I'm afraid you've been given a time
Very
penalty.
second
for that
time
last
penalty.
incident,
We knew that would happen, just, yeah, but with a sort of lack of downforce, it's so difficult to stay within the white lines and keep your pace up. So, yeah, this floor damage is definitely costing us quite dearly at the minute. We're not doing great on fuel either. There's no way in these old games, or new games, to sort of reduce your fuel mix to lean. The best thing we can do is to try and lift and coast a little bit. George Russell, he's through. So Mercedes once again, you know, getting an advantage on us because Antonelli's not far behind either. Well, Alex Albon out of the session. Yeah, just having a little look at what tyres we should. We should have had some softs available, but clearly not. We've got another set of new
and we've
mediums.
got 16 laps of fuel left. 16 laps.
Just thinking if there was a safety car, but it doesn't look like there's going to be.
Okay, the safety car
Okay,
is out.
safety car is
is
out.
out. We need to form up at reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive.
I just think 16 laps is going to be way... we're okay. Ooh.
I've got information on Lawson.
That's
Okay, it looks like the
Liam-
problem
Oh,
is
red
terminal.
flag,
They're
okay.
retiring the car.
Red flag, so
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates...
yeah, this is interesting now. So red flag has come out.
Okay, we've done all right so far, but this is a chance to take a breath. We've got another half of this race to go, and there's still a big opportunity there.
Yeah, I don't think we can make it 14 laps, so I'm going to go for the soft tyres, I think. Remove. Go for mediums there. So stint 3, yeah, this is confusing. I don't know why that is happening. There we go. That's better, I think. Yeah, that's what we want. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Okay, I mean, maybe we just go for the softs a little bit later on. I was just thinking if we went for them now, we'd get the best use of their grip. But I suppose maybe you want the brand new tyres now. Yeah, I guess we go for that. Let's see how we get on.
Again.
Lights out, away we go for the second time in this Mexican Grand Prix. So we've got brand new medium tyres. It'll be interesting to see what the rest of the grid have as we head forward through these laps. Now, it's lap 23 out of 36, so
Tyre condition still looking good.
I'm curious as to how we haven't got enough fuel. We should have far more fuel in the car. Yeah, everybody else has gone medium as well. One person, I think that's Lando Norris, has gone for hard tyres. Ooh, oh god, yeah, we don't need any more of that, please. So we're up to 5th. I think Russell's got ahead of Leclerc now. I'm assuming, yeah, it's Max, then Norris, then Hamilton, and well, there you go. I mean, that's going to be us virtually guaranteed a 6-second penalty now.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Yeah, we're already a second and a bit ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. We got George Russell and Charles Leclerc side by side here. No argy-bargy though. We're trying to stick with these guys and use them to help us along. But yeah, we had a pretty crazy half a lap or so where we lost 2 or 3 drivers from the race, and that's what brought out the safety car and then subsequently the red flag. And here comes Tsunoda. He is through with the DRS. We were expecting as much. There goes Piastri. He is through.
Okay, we lost the position.
Well, there goes Lando Norris, and to be honest, I think a lot of other guys are going to get past us as well. I just think we got too much damage on the car to be consistently quick. It's quite sad, really, that we're in this bad a position. But we have got that strategy move up our sleeve of switching to those soft tyres and seeing
Tyre wear's higher than we're expecting.
what happens.
We've got a new strategy available on your MF.
Well, there goes Antonelli. We are going to try and fight it into turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Very good. But he will come back at us. And there he goes. Around the outside of turn 4, inside of turn 5, but we hang on to the position. For now, had to ease off the throttle there to avoid the penalty. I mean, we've obviously got a 3-second penalty that would take us outside of the points as things stand, so definitely worth trying the alternate strategy. And we have just got no fuel either. That's the other problem that we've got. Well, there we go. I mean, we're going to get passed by 3 guys on the same straight by the looks of things. A little bit of contact with our teammate. Front wing damage now. Down the inside there of Pierre Gasly. Try and be a bit of a rear gunner, I guess, for Colapinto. Try and get him some guaranteed points here. So we're pretty much guaranteed not to be getting them now. Well, this is a chance on Franco Colapinto here.
Okay, there's enough fuel to do 6 more laps.
We'll go around the outside now. Good stuff. Coming into the pits this lap then. Whoa. And then he got took out by Gasly. Yeah, coming into the pits, putting on the soft tyres. Let's see what comes to this strategy. As I say, I don't think we were going to get points anyway. That sign's coming in as well. So, interesting. There's a few guys maybe. Coming into the pits.
Right, let's go. Come on. Perfect job on
Good
the
pit
turn
stop.
there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
So let's see what we can do now. Oh, here we go on Jack Doohan then. Nicely done.
Nice move. Good job.
Oh, nice move down the inside of Isaac Hadjar there. Now, we might get Hulkenberg before the end, but yeah, it's fair to say that the damage to our car is what's cost us today.
Final lap.
Okay, we could have tried a bit harder to stay
Okay, you're creating some
in
breathing space
10th
between you and
place,
the car
but
behind by a few seconds a lap. Really good stuff.
we've run out of fuel anyway, so yeah, well, there you go. There goes Hadjar. Doohan's through. Sainz is going to be through as well. And Max Verstappen wins another race. Yeah, there was no way for us to really save fuel there. I think we were robbed a bit with a red flag. Should have gained 3 or so laps. But yeah, there wasn't anything we could do at the end of the day. And yeah, I mean, that is that. I think there's probably very little point in trying to finish this race. So, oh no, we don't want a DNF on our record. We will just ease it over to the finish. But definitely a missed opportunity today. You know, we were fast, you know, certainly at the start. I think that little bit of an incident earlier on with what's it, after the pits? Possibly was after the pits, or was it Piastri? I don't know. I think Piastri did give us a little bit of floor damage, didn't he? But we got even more a little bit later on. But here comes the checkered flag. We are going to come over the line and finish in 20th place.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end, and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
From lights out to the checkered flag, this is what they're racing for. It's points and a trip to the podium. One of the all-time greats celebrates yet again. It's another podium, it's another top step for Max Verstappen. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, good stuff from Colapinto. He managed to get inside the points. That's fantastic to see. But, yeah, unfortunately, just too much damage to the car early on is what cost us. I mean, I don't know if we can actually see the incident with Piastri. It certainly wasn't at this first turn. Yeah, I mean, we had a bit of argy-bargy, but I don't think it was there that we got the floor damage. I think it was Piastri, though. And it might have been at the end of this first lap when he was closing in on us. Do you have a look down the inside, maybe? Yeah, I'm not sure. Ah, it's here. Look at this. He flies it down the inside, and that's the moment, really, because he's given a real good go at our floor there, hasn't he? If you go right to his front wing, you can see there. Yeah, it really scrapes along the side of it. And, well, you can see there, look at the chunk missing out of our floor. No wonder we then were unable to perform at our top level. But Max Verstappen wins again. I mean, he has almost certainly won the World Championship. There's only 4 races left, so I suspect that that's already happened. Red Bull in the Constructors as well, just unbelievably strong. But yeah, you know, we move on, we try and go again at the Brazilian Grand Prix, which I believe is coming up next. But we keep trying. And yeah, just a shame, really. We weren't able to do any better there. But heading back now to headquarters, and we will continually try and improve.
We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.
Is it results? Let's have a look. Yeah, it is Brazil next, then Vegas, then Qatar, and Abu Dhabi after that. So yeah, some very exciting races coming up very, very soon. So if you've enjoyed that, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1. Oh, look at this. This is cool. F1 25 content, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.